Net broadcasting.
It's Week 15 of the NFL. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Dolphins and the Titans on Sunday night.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final.
Way across the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Cut.
Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. He'll tuck it and take off. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And
the speed on display. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. With that, he hits the 20 mark for touchdowns on the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Titans sending out their punter. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. He had the touchdown on the opening drive, and as you see, coming into the week, ranks right up there with the leaders in rushing touchdowns. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10. Now Russ. Off he goes.
More of the same right here, and you can see the numbers. They're really starting to pile up for the quarterback, especially on the ground here in the first half, Mike. And when he takes off running, you can feel everyone kind of hold their breath, both in terms of him being electrifying, but also the fact that they want to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
These are the situations why, Mike, that some teams continue to keep a fullback on the roster. You get into these third and short situations, just hand it to the big guy, put your head down, pick up the first down.
On the handoff, this is Achan. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Second and 7. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They face second down and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. He keeps it himself. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Here's Achan. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's second and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Third and 9. In motion, it's Waddle. On third down, here's Wilson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From a little closer, here's second and goal. They'll run with Achan. Powering forward. He's in. Come on, Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. As the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he will score. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Tennessee.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Motion man, set right. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Achane on 1st down and then some. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, Wilson. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On second down, Achan. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down. Once again, it's Achan. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He runs it, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Russell Wilson, touchdown Miami. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will take a 21-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and receiver Rashid Shaheed set for their next drive. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. He'll find his tight end, Conklin. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him, and now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Motion man is the tight end going right. A run now with Rivers. And he'll get this forward to about the 33. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
What? Alert, alert, alert!
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ. He's going to tuck it and go. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll try to run for it. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports halftime report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Jaden Daniels, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Desmond Ridder, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. And finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. It was Devon Achane who's had the strong first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, here's Rivers. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Titans first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do. Now Mike McDaniel unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and deter.
After review of the play,
So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll run. This is Rivers. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Shaheed in motion. They'll stick with him again. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Conklin goes in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Oh, the ball's out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball. More bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
The Titans punching unit comes out to the field. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Wilson set to take over once more, and he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he finds Tyreek. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Russ. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. On the ground is H.A. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to H.A. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Wilson lines up in the pistol. Now a screen set up for H.A. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to run it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the carry, here's H.A. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll run this one straight ahead with H.A. And he's into the end zone yet again. Come on, Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Dolphins offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
What? Hey, hey.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, this is Achan. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achan. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Now taken in by Achan. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
First and 10 now from the 36. A run with the fullback in goal. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Achan. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line. And that's a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now, Achan. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, they pay out, they pay out. I'm finished. Then grade out the lake house. The bay watch the women. I go meet your maker. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. They play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moon and I'm shot bullet. Proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so